Frankly, we wish this race wasn't happening. However, due to the horrible storms earlier in the week, one of our own was struck by the horrible tornadic activity in Wisconsin. This is the Batman Benefit 100 for Adam Batman Mcaffee and his family. Our venue for this evening is the Eldora Speedway. Opened in 1954, this half-mile dirt oval always puts on a show, and these dirt late models can use every single bit of racetrack to make some incredible moves against their opponents. For tonight's race, after open practice, we will head into single-car, 3-lap qualifying. That'll set the field for our 8-lap heat races, and the top 5 from each race transfer through to the 100-lap, 20-car feature race. As the Batman Benefit 100 on ASN TV, brought to you by Outlap. Use code CORE for 10% off. By Dubby Energy. Use code PRO4 for 10% off. By MBJ Race Wraps and Designs. And Nicholas-Metalworks, specializing in TIG welding, powder coating, and 3D printing, located in Burnsville, Minnesota. And finally, by Whiplash Sim Cams, bringing you every angle, every lap, no matter the track, car, or series. Visit facebook.com/WSimCams. Thank you to Andrew Cardinale IV for camera support all season. With Bryan Sawyer next to me in the commentary box, my name is Josh Mertz for ASN TV. I didn't have that written down in my script, Mr. Sawyer, and you popped the graphics. That's on me. How are you? What are we thinking about Eldora and dirt late models tonight?
Doing great, Josh. I've driven here before. I've never driven this car before, so I have no idea how to do it. But it looks complicated, but it looks a lot of fun. So I'm excited to watch 100 laps here. It's going to be a great time.
Let's take a look and see who we've got at the top of the board in the practice sessions. Devin Ferguson in the 7. A 16.589. That was his last lap that he ran. He is 0.03 up on NASA's own Evan McFarland in the second spot. Hinzer Tosh, Keegan Ewell, and Matthew Lindy, another NASA driver, in the 5th position. Looks like we have 26 cars entered and in this session. So 6 cars, at least 6 cars, will be going home, and this will be the sights for most of the night. 3 wide, entering turn 1, multiple different lines. These cars, my experience with these cars is from NASCAR 2003, as we have a good time crashing into everybody.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what's happening. My experience with these cars is from NASCAR 2003, but if it translates over to iRacing, it's the complete opposite from what we're used to, Bryan. You want to be sideways, 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 and then some. If you're not, you're slow, which is completely opposite to what we're used to.
Yeah, I'm seeing a whole lot of sideways here.
You don't turn left. You remember cars?
Yeah.
Turn right to go left. That is how you drive these races. It's going to be fun. Like we said, I hate that this race has to happen, but we're going to make the best of it. There is a GoFundMe link down in the description of this broadcast. Pitch in and help out Adam and his family. They're getting close to the goal. I looked on the core Discord, and it's looking really good. So any and all help to that.
I like what they're competing for tonight, Josh. Have you seen it?
I saw it in our little pre-meeting, but I didn't see it. Ooh.
It's a pretty sick trophy.
And that will be delivered in some form to whoever wins the race tonight.
Yeah.
Let's see. Be sure to join in on the conversation in our chat. We'll be poking in on there out the night. Adam is in our chat as well. Alex Larson, Matty Grove, a couple of other guys popping in as well. You can join in on the live timing. Follow your favorite driver. Well, let me see if it works. That might be broken on my end. I don't know. Welcome to live production. Matthew Lindy still P5. Ferguson, the laps have not changed. The lap times have not changed. These guys really, it's about driving in traffic. It's one lap pace doesn't matter here, Bryan.
Yeah, it's a lot different than what we're used to. 1 lap pace doesn't matter. It's how you position your car and knowing what to do when you see the car spinning in front of you, how to change lanes. And they got to find the cushion in this, Josh.
I was just about to say, from my knowledge, I think they're going to be finding the cushion, the piece of dirt that is going to words are already hard. I was going to say exponentially for some reason. just incrementally, there we go up further and further towards the wall. And you might see guys turn into Kyle Larson where they are skating across the outside wall with the right rear of these race cars, or completely on the bottom of the track. Truthfully, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have no idea what we're going to watch, but it's going to be fun, and we're glad that everyone is along for the ride. 26 cars getting ready to qualify. Tell you what, Brian, let's pick a car, let's ride on board, and enjoy a couple laps. Buckle up, because they're quick, 15 seconds.
Yeah, we're looking at the inside wall here.
You want to be paying attention to the inside wall. And that's from, I think that's from the roll bar camera from the sim. Take a look at, if you can, from the direct cockpit if you have it on there. If you don't, it's fine. Just of how much. So this is another thing. You're steering to the right, you're not steering to the left, and the mud kicks up like the real world. And you better hope that you have a button bound on your wheel, on your whatever you're using, to clear that tear off, because it will get to a point where you cannot see anything. And obviously that's not ideal when you're racing against all these cars in such close quarters. These heat races are going to be frantic. The 100-lap feature going to be frantic as well. Let's take a look. What is the weather looking like here in Eldora? According to the sim, we are 12 noon, and it's frozen at 12 noon right now. 78 degrees. Track temp, 90 degrees. Not sure if we're going to see a progression to make it a night race. There is lights at this track. Of course, obviously, no wet weather, no rain expected, or really allowed on the dirt ovals. So it'll be a nice evening. I'm not sure if they do track resets, Brian, so this track might rip up just like we did for the Pro 4 Challenge, where you run one track state and it gets grippier and grippier as you go.
It'll definitely be interesting to see. I can only imagine they would reset the track, though. I've been poking around their Discord. It seems they're really into the realism side of things. I saw a poll go up today, I think. Should we get rid of the mirrors?
I saw the same
because
thing.
The cars
said,
don't have
God.
mirrors. I was like,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is what's happening. I like it. If I recall correctly, I also did some poking around. Core's been around since 2020. They mainly focus, obviously, on dirt road. If I remember correctly, it's Championship Off-Road Esports is the acronym. So they're running the jumpy trucks. I believe they have a series of these cars. And honored to be a part of this fundraising event. About 90 seconds until we head to, wait, we're not doing qualifying. It doesn't list qualifying unless I don't know.
You might be blind, Josh.
I'm not blind, Brian. It says practice and then the heat races. So does this practice results split the field?
It might.
So this
Treat it
might
like
be
an open qualify?
Yeah, okay.
That's interesting.
Because I know we talked about in the open, and we had a graphic for it, and on the Discord about what the format was. So we'll see what the sim does. Learning together. And Mr. Dubois, we have the link in the description for the GoFundMe. And I'm sure someone could pop it in chat as well. I'm interested to see what the sim does. So if that's the case, Devin Ferguson is still running. Evan is still running, trying to potentially steal what I assume is pole position away. And we've got 3 cars in the same 0.8 tenth of a second bracket. But the entire field is within half a second.
Josh, I think my job's easy tonight. I just put it on blimp and just, we got the whole track.
I got the hard part. Yapping for all these laps. Yap Central.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect.
I could give you a radio call, and we could focus on that camera, and then you can go take a nap. That sounds terrific. So checkered flag has fallen in practice, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Like we said, we're going to learn on the fly and learn together as to what the sim is going to do in regards to gridding this field for the heat races. Because qualifying, I'm not seeing a qualifying session in this race. So let's see what it does. Heat number 1. That's what it... What? Bryan, it randomized the order.
Yeehaw.
In true ASN fashion, yeehaw. Take us through the grid.
Hunter Pritchard, Michael Boyd, Tyler Shudock, Matthew Lindy, Jeb Merriman, Devin Ferguson, Chandler Wyatt, Kinser Tosh, and Sean Wheeler.
For context, one of these guys, 21st, 19th, people from all over. Evan McFarland says no qualifying question mark. Well, we'll roll with this and go from that one. I think we will have one pace lap, and then we'll get rolling for these heat races. I apologize in advance, Mr. Sawyer. You might not have an opportunity to speak much tonight.
I know how these races go, Josh. It's usually a one-man show.
We remember Slinger Nationals for NASA. Cody Erdman maybe got 3 words in that entire night. It's a safety truck. Rolls us around this circuit. Hunter Pritchard and Michael Boyd, front row of the grid. Matthew Lindy, Tyler Shattuck, Devin Ferguson, Jeb Merriman, Kinser Tosh, Chandler Wyatt, Sean Wheeler for our first heat race of the night. Thanks so much for everyone for joining us as we get set to roll for our first 8-lap heat race. We have another pace lap. I know how ovals work, I promise. 2 pace laps.
I know how that works. Yeah, you look at the lights on the truck. That's how you know.
You think I pay attention to that? Bold
Would
of you
hope
to
so.
assume. I should, but I get off to my own tangents. You know how it goes. With this interesting qualifying / not qualifying, I'm curious to see how everyone forms together. And that's a little precarious for guys in the back of the grid, because the top 5 out of each heat race will transfer to the feature. Safety truck is off, getting set for heat number 1 of the Batman Benefit 100. Already utilizing most of the racetrack. Pritchard down on the inside, Lindy into the wall. In turn 2, Shattuck and Ferguson contact for the 4th position. Inside, Boyd on Lindy, side by side, rounding 3 and 4, and exiting the 4th corner to end the first lap. Pritchard leads. Lindy trying the outside in the 3. Shattuck and Boyd side by side as well, with Ferguson for 5th. And Lindy now switching to the inside in the 3. Gets the car to bite mid-corner, off the corner. Can he get the run and take the lead at the line? No. The Californian kid dives it into turn 1. Over-under for Pritchard. Side by side, they don't touch. Battling for the lead. Ferguson and Boyd, 4th and 5th. Tosh is in the 6th position. 4 wide for the lead, Bryan. As Lindy contact with Pritchard, 3 wide now as we begin lap number 4. Pritchard all over the track. Lindy saved it, losing positions left and right. Everyone all over the track. And Ferguson now from 4th, looking for the lead, exiting turn 4, with Shattuck leading in the 37. Holding the transfer right now is Kinser Tosh. Sending it in is Merriman in the 9. Side by side for them, battling for this transfer. Door banging for both of them, exiting turn 2. With Boyd, Wyatt, and Wheeler waiting for something to happen. Halfway home, now 3 laps to go in heat number 1. Ferguson tries it again. The story of the night will be the slide job from the bottom to the top, to the top to the bottom, all over this half-mile circuit. Phenomenal dirt oval in Ohio. Shattuck loves this. If he wins this, he will get pole position. But if you're any of these guys, Ferguson, Lindy, Pritchard, you don't want that to happen. Tosh holding the transfer, Wyatt on the outside, trying to take the spot. There is no last chance qualifier here. There is no second round. You are top 5 or you are nothing in this race. White flag. Lindy sends it on Ferguson. They're dueling for the second spot. Shattuck still leads with no pressure. The battle is for the transfer as Shattuck wins heat number 1. Rounding the corner in 5th spot at the line will be Tosh. Best of the rest is Wyatt, Merriman, and Boyd out, and Wheeler out in heat 1.
Oh, man, Josh.
I told you, Bryan. And they're quick. We are instantly in heat number 2.
Yeah, we are.
And it broke your graphics.
They beat my graphic.
Take us through the grid.
Evan McFarland, Tyler Spencer, Matt Slosher, Kyle Hubbard, Matthew Odell, Bryce Hofer, Brandon Forcade, and Jack. Jack from Antarctica.
Jack
Love it.
Klepchik in the 4.
It's Jack from Antarctica.
I'm using these pace laps to take an opportunity to drink water, Brian, because I'm not going to be able to shut up with these heat races. That was an interesting one. Many different moves. The complete send from the bottom to the top is what gets me, trying to diamond this corner. And sending it mid-corner, you're going to use all your momentum, slide to the top, hope that you block past someone like Larson and Kyle Busch in 2018 at Chicagoland. And when it doesn't work, c'est la vie. Yeehaw. I'm going to tell you that the lights are off on the safety truck. So it's not my fault.
Are.
It's not my fault. Remember, link in the description for the GoFundMe for this Batman Benefit 100. Any and all proceeds go to Adam Mcaffee and his family affected by the horrible storms, the random pop-up storms that not only hit Wisconsin way up near Appleton, but hit me in northwest Indiana. The same cloud stretched from there down to here. It was insane the other night. Weather's crazy, Ryan.
Yeah. It was, like I was saying, I was driving, and it was one of the worst storms I've ever seen.
Nuts. Multiple tornadoes. Hoping, of course, everyone is good. Safety truck off, getting set for Heat 2 in Eldora. Green flag. McFarland, great jump compared to the rest of the field, leaving Matt Lass to fend 3 wide, losing places. Spencer in 3rd, Schlosser in the 400, with Odell in the 1, side by side with him. Hubbard in the 23. I think we focus on the transfer spots. Forcade and Klepchik battling as well. All the way up towards the wall are these guys, nearly hitting the wall as the cushion goes up the track. McFarland, Spencer, Schlosser, Odell, and Hubbard, one around in the back, and it's Matt Lass in the 198. And he is turtled in the middle of the racing surface. Not sure if he can get flipped back over. Forcade is around as well in the 43, so there's 2 cars out of this equation right off the rip. We can hopefully take a look maybe during pace laps, Brian, for the next heat race to see what exactly happened. Odell's in the fence, hits Hubbard, Schlosser has to avoid, and he loses the transfer spot to Klepchik in the 4. Much calmer than that first heat race. They saw what not to do, and they also saw what to do, apparently, and sent cars flipping in turns 3 and 4. The amount of precision, and I talk about it on the Rallycross shows, really any sim racing show in general that we do, of course. But if you can get a blimp cam and see how close these guys, if they're skimming the outside wall with the right rear fender, it is terrific to watch. It is terrifying to do lap after lap, corner after corner. This is a phenomenal camera shot. As we're looking back, I think this is Kyle Hubbard.
That was Tyler Spencer.
It was Tyler Spencer. Thank you, Brian. Picking me up on that one. White flag for McFarland up front. Spencer, Odell, Hubbard, and Klepchik, the transfer spot. This race kind of fizzled out by that crash in the first couple of laps. No cautions in the heat races. Nevin McFarland will take the victory. Spencer, Hubbard, Odell, Klepchik transferring cars as Schlosser, Hofer, Lass, and Forcade out in Heat 2.
Evan McFarland, Tyler Spencer, Hubbard, Odell, Klepchik, Schlosser, Hofer, Forcade, and Lass.
Let's, if we can, roll that back. I can take a look at live pictures and make sure we don't miss the green. Can we look at that crash?
Let's get our grid first. Heat 3's Riley Johnson, Alex. I don't know, Josh. How would you say it? Hasse? Okay. James
Hasey?
Burke, Jared Lathrop, Jason Fritz, Corey Crawwell, Bryan Nicholas, and Keegan Ewalt. And let's go see if I can find that. That was Matt Lass, right?
Matt Lass, I think lap 2, lap 3. We could roll it back professionally if you miss it or if you're too far ahead.
We'll try this.
This is where that's Forcade. That's Forcade's incident. So if you roll it back, it was before that. That's what happened to Forcade. There it is.
All right. I'm not going to be able to switch camera.
That's fine. So Matt Lass in the 198. I know he got absolutely sent.
There it is.
Over he went. Yep. And the thing that sucks about these heat races is there are 8 laps. You can't breathe wrong. Otherwise, you are out. There's a blue groove. beginning to form at the top of this racetrack as we are getting ready for heat number 3. If you're just joining us, welcome in. ASN TV, Josh Mertz, Bryan Sawyer for the Batman Benefit 100. All proceeds going to Adam Mcaffee and his family affected by the horrible storms earlier in the week in northern Wisconsin. We get set to roll for heat number 3. Riley Johnson, car number 1. Alex Hasey, car number 30 on the front row of this grid. Burke, Lathrop, Freights, Crowell, Nicholas, and Ewald. This 8-car heat number 3. 3 cars will be left empty-handed. 5 of them will absolutely love this heat race. Safety truck is off. And heat 3 getting set to roll. Is that a jump start from Hasey? We'll just have to see what timing and scoring does. Johnson was the control car into turns 1 and 2 on the outside. Ripping the fence was Hasey taking the lead. Into 3, car length between them. Burke on the inside. Riley Johnson had a slide going. Lost it, lost some time. Into the fence, 1 car, the 75 of Freights, getting involved with Lathrop and Ewald in the 25 from last to now the transfer spot in the 5th place. Burke in the 21, trying the outside on Johnson. Johnson closes the door in the 1. Burke to the inside, they touch. It's a check, a block pass for the 21, a hip check rather. Now Johnson in the clutches of Nicholas in the 28. Doing the same thing. That move is not going to get old. Johnson has to hit the binders to avoid the 28. Ewald holds the transfer spot. Crowell beginning to lose the transfer spot at the back of this field. As Hasey, Burke, Nicholas, Johnson still trying the inside. If something goes wrong and these guys crash, Bryan, we're going to see Crowell be able to benefit. And with the way these guys have been racing, I don't suspect that it'll be clean for much longer.
Yeah.
Into 3 and 4. Around nearly was Hasey in the 30. He saved it. But when you have that little bit of momentum that gets ruined by a slight mistake, it's like a super speedway stock car race. You're getting freight trained by the cars around you. Up the hill, Ewald goes from 8th to 2nd now with 2 laps to go. Front row is now battling for the transfer spot, over, under, back and forth. Johnson and Hasey. And Crowell just can't match them. He matches lap times, but that doesn't help you at all. White flag for Burke. 1 at the outside of the track is Freighties, all torn up in the 75, coming down off the wall. Doesn't interfere with any cars. Side by side for 4th. I don't think we'll have a transfer battle. On the outside, James Burke to the lead. James Burke to the win of heat number 3. Ewald, Nicholas, Johnson, and Hasey transfer as Crowell, Lathrop, and Freights out in heat 3.
Josh, I think we're going to have a few more than 5 transfer from these heats. There was 20-something car, like 26 or 27 cars, and 20 make it. So that was heat 3.
Oh. I stand corrected. I thought that, iRacing did iRacing things. Okay.
Yes, it did.
They split the field. You want to step aside for a few minutes and we'll figure out what it did.
Yeah, I think you're going to need a drink or to refill because it's going to be a quick one.
It's going to be a quick one. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a minute.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
The Batman Benefit 100 on ASN TV is brought to you by Outlap. Use code CORE for 10% off. Dubby Energy. Use code PRO4 for 10% off. MBJ Race Wraps and Designs. Nicholas-Metalworks. And Whiplash Sim Cams. Just a reminder why we're all here. Unfortunately, due to the crazy storms that hit Wisconsin earlier in the week, Adam McAfee was affected. The Batman Benefit 100. All proceeds go to him and his family. There's a GoFundMe link in the description. And thanks for hanging out with us, Bryan Sawyer, Josh Mertz for ASN TV. Bryan's pushing all the buttons. I'm yapping. There's no real time for Bryan to say anything because they're not allowing him to. But I want to ask you, Bryan, what are you thinking for this feature, aside from me not shutting up?
I don't know. I don't know how you do things like this, Josh, because, let's see, 26 cars. You had no breathing room with 8 or 9 cars, so no. 26 cars for 100 laps. It's going to be a journey.
Just a reminder, ASN TV USA on all socials. You want to follow us and have your content broadcasted. Pick your algorithmic poison, and we are getting set for this race. Take us through the grid. That'll be your last bit of speaking for this race. All
right. So we have on the front row Tyler Shattuck and Evan McFarland, followed by James Burke, Devin Ferguson, Tyler Spencer, Keegan Ewalt, Matthew Lindy, Kyle Hubbard, Brian Nichols, Hunter Pritchard, Matthew Odell, Riley Johnson, Kinzer Tosh, I've lost my place, Jep Klepchek, Alex Hasse, Chandler Wyatt, Matt Schlosser, Corey Crawwell, Jeb Merriman, Bryce Hoffer, Jarrett Lathrop, Michael Boyd, Brandon Forcade, Jason Freites, Sean Wheeler, and Matt Lass rounding out the grid.
Mainly me, we messed up knowing how to read, but I have a defense. In iRacing, might be inside baseball, it says 5 cars to the feature from each heat race. That's what it says. And then all 26 raced. So I don't really know what happened, but c'est la vie, yeehaw, we're here. 26 cars, 100 laps, getting set to roll here in Eldora. I don't know if there's cautions. I don't expect them to have any cautions. So this is going to be something else.
I think I need a blimp, Josh.
That might be it, Brian.
It's the safest place for me.
You might just be the chat moderator for this night. I don't know how my call will degrade throughout this race, but I'm going to try my best to take breaths and maybe drink some water in between. 26 cars. Thanks so much for joining us on ASN TV for this special event. Came together a couple of days ago, reached out to the core guys and said, I might not be able to donate money, but I can donate a broadcast, and Bryan and I are here having a good time. And Tyler Shattuck and Evan McFarland will be on the front row of the grid. The flip counter is at 1 from Matt Lass, as the Batman Benefit 100 is green. We roll in Eldora. Into turn 1. Immediately to the inside, Tyler Spencer, making it 3 wide, making it 4 wide. I might just have to pay attention to the blimp cam, Bryan, because this is going to be something else. Spencer tries again. Lindy tries again. Contact with Spencer in the 7 of Ferguson. That was for the 5th position. McFarland to the inside on Shattuck for the race lead. No contact, unbelievably, throughout this field as we head back into turns 3 and 4. Multiple lines. The track did not get reset, so this has been the state of the track the entire night. We'll see them move up towards the wall, potentially towards the cushion, trying to find the grip. But right now, everyone utilizing the inside of this half-mile oval. Riley Johnson contact with Jack Klepchik in the middle of the pack. They're 3 wide. This is for 13th and 14th as we have a train of cars, probably 10 cars deep, single file at the front of the field. Odell side by side with Tosh in 11th. And now movement begins in the front of the field. Shattuck beginning to pull away. Burke to the inside on McFarlane. Rounding turns 1 and 2. The name of the game, maintaining your drift, maintaining your slide through this race. And here's another thing. Will we see some lap traffic through this night? Depending on how this race goes. The end of the field is exiting turn 4. They're exiting turn 2, the leaders are, at this current moment. McFarlane side by side with Lindy, former teammates on the NASA Rallycross side of things, and no contact between them. Lindy takes the spot. Ferguson now battling Lindy in the 7 to the 3. Rounding 1 and 2, Ferguson nearly into the inside wall. McFarlane looking on the outside in the 5. He has moved up to the cushion to maintain the grip. High, wide, and handsome on the outside in the 5, taking the spot. McFarlane can figure it out. He is the first one to rip the fence in the 5, and look at him go! In the 5, the kid from California, making positions. And now everyone notices this, a couple of them do, and begin to move up the hill. Spencer in the middle of the field. We've got 1 car behind him. Ewald trying to do the same thing. 3 wide mid-pack. Hasey, Merriman, Lathrop, Schlosser. One around, no. Johnson saves it off the side of Klepchik. As Crawwell and Odell sliding and crashing, exiting turn 4. 1 car caught up in it as well as an innocent bystander, and it was Matthew Odell Chandler Wyatt was caught up in that. And now Odell back going, full course yellow. We do have cautions, Brian.
Oh, thank God, Josh.
Thank God.
Let's take a look. What happened there? Oh, they got stuck together? All right.
That was a weird one.
Yeah.
Oh no! Klepchik is on his side in turns 3 and 4. He gets hit, and they're trying to figure it out to get him off the wall.
Oh, my God. Hey, they got him.
Klepchik just said he loves all of them. What a community. All right. Brian, give me a running order reset. I got to take a break to drink water.
Absolutely. We're looking at right now Tyler Shattuck, Evan McFarlane, James Burke, Devin Ferguson, and Keegan Ewalt, your top 5. Through top 10, Spencer, Nicholas, Lindy, Hubbard, Tosh, Crawwell, Hofer, Pritchard, Johnson, Schlosser, Lathrop, Freights, Merriman, Hasse, and Boyd through 20. And in the back of the pack, we have Wheeler, Lass, Forcade, Wyatt, Odell, and Klepchik.
I want to say thank you so much to the 21 of you hanging out and watching with us live on ASN TV. GoFundMe link in the description for Adam Mcaffee and his family. The crazy storms that rolled through Wisconsin, Indiana, really the Midwest. Chicago got hit as well. Stretching throughout the Midwest. It's been a crazy couple of months for the weather. We are doubled up for a restart on lap number 13. Tyler Shattuck and Evan McFarlane on the front row of the grid. And Evan figured out the outside compared to everybody else. We go back green in Eldora. Good jump for McFarlane. On the outside. Inside is Ewald in the 25. McFarlane to the lead. Shattuck tried to defend. Could not make it happen. And the kid from California goes to the race lead. Burke and Ferguson side by side. Middle of the road. Ferguson 3 wide. No contact. Spencer surges off of 4. Gaining positions, utilizing that. Will he go from 4th to 1st in one corner? No, he makes it to 2nd, but he has the run in the 31. Unbelievable stuff that we've been watching. Can Spencer make it to the lead? And he does. Incredible stuff. And it's only 16 laps in. We are going to see this all night. Phenomenal racing. One on the wall, Bryan Nicholas in the 28, losing positions. Black flags cleared for Odell. I think it was due to that incident that caused that caution earlier on. Multiple bits of side-by-side racing. Lindy's utilizing the very inside. Couple cars on the fence, couple cars in the middle of the road. McFarlane now switches it up. Goes to the inside in the 5 instead of using the outside. But it's so interesting if you're brave enough to utilize the cushion and rip the fence, you can gain so much time, as we have seen. McFarlane, caution is out.
Huge, well, whole lot of people hitting each other in the back here.
Jeff Merriman was around in the 9. Sorry for missing that one. Oh, Jared Lathrop, and it was the 4 of Klepchik.
Yeah, it was around position 11, 10, 11, somewhere in there. They were all bouncing off of each other for a little bit.
You have a replay? We can take a
I
second
don't.
look.
I don't have a replay. It happened so quick that iRacing did not determine there was an accident.
Love. You're trying to figure out
Maybe.
one part of the pit lane. Hubbard in the 23. If you have to roll it back professionally, go. It's.
I got
all
100
good.
Pritchard
Wait,
losing
found
2
something.
positions.
Is this it? This might be it. No.
No, that's when the yellow's out. Let's roll that back.
Blame iRacing for having it happen so
It's
quickly.
okay.
Trying
don't
to
know
see
where it happened.
what transpired. We are doubled up. I don't think we're going green this time. Or are we? We are, Brian, going green this time. Spencer and Shattuck on the front row of the grid, lap number 20. A fifth of the way through this Batman Benefit 100 in Eldora. Are we 3 wide on the start already? One car. What a pass! Or sorry, Shattuck got fenced by Spencer in the 31. 4 wide for the lead. Multiple different grooves. Just go to the blimp cam at this point, Brian.
I know.
There's so much stuff happening. It's so hard to keep track. Shattuck trying to get a good run. Johnson gets blocked by Ewald. Ewald gets sent by Johnson in the 1 with McFarlane and Nicholas side by side. Single file for the first 5 cars. The inside groove, you get backed up so hard, it's great to make a move to slide up the hill like we've seen all night long, but I don't think that inside is going to benefit anybody to try and make ground on your competitors. 4 wide with McFarlane, Tosh, Crowell, and we had Ferguson off the side of Tosh. Everybody straightened out. Everybody's good. And Lindy, who was battling for the lead at one point, Brian, 16th. 1 in the wall. 1 over. Klepchik again in the 4. Lass in the 198 again. Hubbard in the 23. Have we got a caution? No, we don't. Now we do. Yellow is out. Car stopped in the middle of the road. Contact with Wheeler and Ewald under caution. That was a late call.
Yeah, a little bit.
They're quickly making these cautions. As soon as the incident gets cleared, double them up and have them go again.
Yeah, it seems to clear itself relatively quickly, so that's it's good to keep everybody moving, not doing too many laps around. You got to call those cautions quick, though, Josh. If something happens, you have maybe 8 seconds before the cars are back in front of you.
I had a bit of a Vietnam flashback PTSD moment when we ran that Slinger National race, and they crashed on the backstretch, and we didn't get the caution in time, and everybody ended up crashing the entire field in turn 3.
Yeah,
that race.
I mean,
quick.
The back of the field's 10 seconds off of the lead. It's only 5 seconds difference.
Doubled up already.
Yeah, I think it's sit on blimp cam, Josh. It's
That might be the best way to do it, Mr. Sawyer. I'm getting a workout of my vocal cords for sure tonight. Safety
That's
truck
okay.
off. Lap 27. Spencer and Burke front row of the grid. Green flag. Seems to be much cleaner this time. One car peeking out of line. Mid-pack, I think it was Ferguson in the 7. Side by side. The outside's superiority over the inside is interesting, phenomenal, whatever word you'd want to say. On the outside, Burke to the lead. One car in the wall. It was Hofer who gets squeezed by Johnson for the 6th spot. Johnson gets pinched by Pritchard. Hasey in the outside wall in the 30.
Oh, we got cars around all over, Josh.
Another
the 43
crash.
in a circle, the 75
back
in
of
a
the field.
circle. So Freights and 4K both spinning around off the wall there. Back to caution. We'll take maybe we'll take a look at what happened.
This is the worst part of running the fence like it is when you're so close to disaster. You breathe wrong and you're in the wall. Single file restarts from race control. Can't say that I do agree with that.
See what happened here. Yeah, we got a couple people
They're already
around.
crashing.
Yeah.
So now this exacerbates the lap traffic discussion because now you're going to be half a lap behind if you're in last. Got a couple cars trying to catch up to this field. We're going green this time. We've lost Corey Crowell, so that leaves us 25 cars. Matthew Odell had a penalty due to connection issues. He was sent to the pit lane. So James Burke in the lead. We're going one more time under yellow.
Trying to look at the gap here just from the leader to the end. It's almost half a track.
Matthew Odell has disconnected as well. 2 cars have dropped out of this race.
Is that the Matthew Odell we know? No, we know a Michael Odell.
Michael Odell. He's from the sports car ranks. Just a reminder, GoFundMe link in the description for Adam Mcaffee and his family. Donate whatever you can. We're donating with this. We get set to roll. James Burke in control of this field. Lap 32, green flag. Shattuck jumped to the inside of Ewald. Down to turn number 1. The outside is so superior, but it's so sketchy with having to skirt against that outside wall. Rounding 3 and 4. We're 4 wide. It's the name of the game. On the outside, Burke still leads. Side by side, it's Johnson, and way downstairs, Nicholas in the 28, but he gets freight trained by 3 cars. Really, the only use for that inside groove right now is trying to send it to do a slide job, like we noticed there. McFarland tried in the 5 against the 7 of Ferguson. Hubbard and Wyatt side by side. Sliding is Pritchard. Can he save it in the 52? He does. Loses plenty of momentum. Here comes Hasey in the 30. Hasey, door got slammed in his face. He goes to the inside. On the outside still is Pritchard. Pritchard, they're door banging, exiting turn 2 side by side. Behind them, Schlosser and the 23 of Hubbard. Outside again, Pritchard and Hasey. Hasey slid up into Pritchard, stacked up the field. We're still green. These guys' moves are getting more aggressive. Hubbard tries the slide job on Schlosser. Couldn't make it done. We're 3 wide, pinching each other with Wyatt and Schlosser as well. Top 5, top 6, pulling away. Hasey and Pritchard aren't done. We look at Hubbard and Schlosser. This is for 9th, 10th, and 11th. Slide job for Hubbard. Closes the door and makes it work. Every time we see a slide job, it'll never get old with how ballsy you have to be. Pritchard and Hasey are still glued to each other, and these guys are hemorrhaging time for 7th and 8th. Hubbard tried the inside. Wyatt contact with him, saves the car into Schlosser, gets nudged by the 400, and he keeps going again. And Hubbard had that issue because he had a car blink in front of him. I think it was Pritchard with a connection issue.
It's Hubbard. Hubbard who is blinking, I believe.
It's Ferguson and Schlosser, 11th and 12th. Ferguson trying to use the inside grip, but he's just not getting anything done. Like we talked about, it is like a super speedway NASCAR race. You get freight trained if you're in the wrong line compared to the rest of the field, with Hubbard and Pritchard still dueling away. Not missing anything up front.
We're getting close to lap traffic up front. If you look at the front, you can see the back of the field just out of camera.
Michael Boyd into the wall in front of the leaders. Side by side for second with Shattuck and Ewald. This is going to be sketchy with lapped cars in the way. Burke tries to run the outside. Boyd in front of him. Now he gets out of the way with Ewald enjoying this. With these lapped cars getting in the way, we ride on board Shattuck in the 37. This will open doors for other cars. What a round in the middle of the track! No contact. Caution's out. It was Jason Freites in the 75.
That was a cool view.
Such a hair-raising moment, whether it's real or virtual, to have a car parked in the middle of the road. Matt Last disconnected. We have lost a third car tonight, Mr. Sawyer.
It's understandable. A few laps back, it's just hard to hold on. Sometimes you just start getting in the way. I think last was 5 laps back at that point.
Lepchick getting the wave around, the free pass. A lot of these guys are saying, can we not throw sliders that aren't going to work? And I say, I agree. From a race admin standpoint, I agree, right? But it's so much fun to watch. You're gambling on if you can get the car to grip as you're sliding and passing the guy.
Josh,
Matthew Lindy, 20th, Ryan.
Yeah. Taking a look at some of the biggest winners and losers this evening. We got Wheeler up 14 positions from where he originally started. Haase up 8. We got Odell down 15. McFarland down 14. Ferguson down 8. Lindy down 15. Johnson up 7 to 5th. Ewalt up 4, puts him in 2nd. 1 lap to go till green.
Once again, thanks so much for hanging out with us live. Or if you're racing and you're watching us on ASN On Demand, 25 of us hanging out watching right now live. ASN TV USA, no matter the platform, we'll go over programming upcoming. After the checkered flag falls, we've got plenty more streams where this has come from. Be sure to check out the GoFundMe link for Adam and his family. Link is under this broadcast in the description. No matter the platform, ASN TV USA, lap 47, Burke leads ahead of Ewalt, Shattuck, Spencer, and Johnson. Green flag. Johnson, good jump. Spencer tried the inside, and he did not hit the wall, trying to get the car to bite. Couldn't make it. He was going to lose some spots. Johnson, Nicholas, and Hasey, first cars up. Ewalt to the inside, slide job on Burke, takes the spot. Burke back to the inside, and back to the lead. They touch! No issue. They save it. The blue groove beginning even further to get grippier and grippier. If you're in the back of the field, you can't see rip and tear-offs every corner, every minute that you can. Shattuck trying to close in. Johnson, Spencer, Nicholas with Hasey. Caution is out. What has happened? Jeb Merriman in the 9 again. Freights is over in the 75. Oh, big crash. He got hooked and rolled it, and Brandon Forcade involved as well. Might have to roll that one back to find it, Brian. That was a big one.
Yeah, we will take just a second here. Figure it out. What happened to Freights here?
I think Freights hit the wall, and that is that's Merriman behind him. Oh, he over-rotates and then over-corrects, and then they just get hooked, and over he goes. And Forcade, no involvement, just an innocent bystander gets caught up.
Unfortunate.
We are still under the yellow flag, full course yellow here in Florida. Just a reminder, Batman Benefit 100 on ASN TV, brought to you by Outlap, Dubby Energy, MBJ Race Wraps and Designs, Nicholas-Metalworks, and Whiplash Sim Cams. Thanks to all our partners helping us out for tonight's show. Like I said in the open, as much as we don't want to be here, given the circumstances, we hope that situation never had happened, but we're honored and very thankful to have the opportunity to bring this show to you guys. Lights are out on the safety front. We passed halfway under caution. We're on lap number 53. Jason Freights is trying to get around this track. Will we have another lap under yellow to get him back? Unsure. Matt Schlosser has disconnected from the session in the 400. The field continues to shrink. We are down to 21 cars. Safety truck is off. James Burke still leads. Green flag. Shattuck again with the good run. It seems like the key is to get the good jump and try and do a slide job into turns 1 and 2, but if you can't close it, that's what happens. Johnson to the inside of Shattuck in the 37. Top 2, Ewalt and Burke both skirting on the wall. Shattuck again now to the inside for the 3rd spot.
Accident in the backfield. That is the 30 of Alex Haase.
No caution yet.
No caution yet. Maybe he got all the way back around.
Massively crab walking. Ewalt is trying everything to utilize every bit of racetrack, but he's hitting the wall, getting stuck on the wall, and it's sucking him in, making him lose some time throughout this field. The comers and goers. Sean Wheeler bouncing off the wall from 11th. Evan McFarland back up to the 11th position is the kid from California. Slide job on the 12 of Wheeler. Wheeler tries to fight back. Side by side, Ferguson and Tosh for the moment. Ferguson gets by. Into the wall goes Wyatt in the 0-2. Stuck on the wall. Losing time. McFarland caught up in it. He's back going. He gets hit by Hofer in the 19. We are still green. Everybody bounces it off the wall. Klepchuk, McFarland in the back of this field. Up front, Burke leads, Ewald leads Shattuck. Johnson and Spencer lead top 5. We look at Lindy and Wheeler. This is for the 10th and 11th positions as we enter turns 3 and 4. Will we have a moment of calm? I don't think so, because Burke and Ewald not only dueling for the lead, but they're coming up on lap traffic. Ewald to the inside, sending it with the slide job, tries it, hits the wall, but he makes the move stick. Goes to the lead for the moment. Will Burke do the same thing? They're side by side in front of them for lap traffic. Ewald holds the outside, holds the cushion, holds the lead, but he hits the wall. Burke tries it again. This is phenomenal stuff, Bryan. Now, Shattuck involved. Burke comes across. Ewald comes across on scanner, says, not clear. What a send! Both of them, all 3 of them involved with Shattuck, Burke, and Ewald. It's brought Johnson, it's brought Hubbard into this equation. Nicholas, Ferguson, and Spencer as well. Into the wall goes Johnson. Fourcade is the first car off the lead lap that is going to be lapped by this field. I would play the I'm in danger meme if you're a lapped car. There's nowhere to hide. No good place to get out of the way. Caution is out. What have we missed? Unsure on that one. Did they tighten up the field?
I think it was Brian Nichols.
You are Brian Nicholas. You're on point with that one. That car was demolished.
Taking a look back at what happened to taking a look at what happened to him. Gets a little sideways. Looks like he's going to get touched on the front rear end. Gets
by the 31.
I don't need a flip counter. I need a spin counter. Yeah, that car is turned into a pancake.
He was battling for 6th. Nicholas had a great run. Oh, that's what. So what happened was what I talked about earlier. The slide is so crucial in these cars. Spencer slid, but he lost it. Think of the cross car. When you lose it, it just plows, and he had nowhere to go but into Nicholas there. Burke and Ewald having a disagreement. Sorry, Brian, go ahead.
Tell you who's not probably happy about that caution coming out is Tyler Shattuck. He was starting to gap a little bit on Burke and Ewald there.
Well, they've got a rivalry brewing because Burke did a slide job, wasn't clear. Ewald came over the scanner, said you weren't clear. He just came over and said next time you do a slider, make sure you're clear. So if these two continue to squabble, Shattuck loves it, right?
Make sure you're clear or I'm going to clear you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 20 cars left in this field. We've lost Hunter Pritchard. We are on lap 66 of 100 of the Batman Benefit 100. Thanks so much for hanging out with us on ASN TV. Safety truck to pit lane again. Tyler Shattuck, can he pull away or will more chaos ensue? Green flag. Top 4 single file. Kyle Hubbard to the inside trying to make a move through the middle with Burke. Tried it, couldn't make it happen. Side by side, Ewald and Burke, they have been fighting all night long. In the back of the field, calamity is ensuing. Ferguson slides up in front of Johnson. Here's Hubbard as well to the wall. Goes the 25 of Ewald. We stack up the field in turns 1 and 2.
Oh,
over he goes. From the second spot is the 25. Was that a failed maneuver? It was. He kept his foot in it, but it hindered him more than anybody else. And what is going on? Live pictures. Don't even go to live pictures. They're trying to flip him back over.
We're going to take a look at what happened there. He was on the outside, Josh.
He had the run exiting
forward. Had the run, rear-ended. And it got sideways, got double tapped, and just, 2 3 spins.
They're trying to flip him back over. They finally get him. No, they don't. He's still flipped over.
Oh.
He has towed back to the pit lane. So the man who has run for 2nd and 3rd up front all night, out. Happens just like that. So quick. Well, we have 30 laps left, Brian. What are we thinking?
I don't know, Josh. A few more of those.
Oh. Let's take a breath. Let's get a quick running order reset. 1 lap to green. Race control. Shattuck leads. Wyatt has the free pass. Burke in second. Hubbard, Johnson, Lindy in fifth. Ferguson, Tosh, Nicholas, McFarland, Hofer, the top 10. 30 laps to go. And if we thought that the first 70 laps were crazy and chaotic, I have to go to my truck and get my hard hat, because this is going to be something else.
Yeah.
Whew. Safety truck is off. We try it again in Eldora. Green flag. Will we see some crazy sends from the first couple cars? No, they stack up. Burke tried the inside, missed the corner. Hubbard, Johnson, Lindy, they all got stacked up. Tosh to the inside for the moment on Ferguson. This is when you could utilize the inside if you can to make a slider work. Otherwise, you have to be stuck to the outside. Hasey and Spencer sliding into each other, along with Merriman in the 9. Mid-pack, into the wall goes Johnson, battling with the 7 of Ferguson.
Josh, look who's climbed back to the top 5. Matthew Lindy from 1st to 16th, back to 4th.
Evan McFarland, Devin Ferguson, Riley Johnson, all over the place. Matthew Lindy as Johnson fences Ferguson for the 5th spot. Ferguson loses the right front, but the car fixes itself with the damage
No, it
repair.
does not. We got Bryce Hoffer upside down,
Oh.
getting hit by the 43 at Fort Cade. He is instantly pulled back to the pits. I don't think we'll get a yellow for that one.
No
75 laps
caution.
in.
Matthew Lindy back up. We talked about him in the 20th spot. Right behind him, Evan McFarland. Two of the fastest kids on dirt road on iRacing. They know how to drive, in general, I would say, in a race car. Lindy knows how to do this. He does dirt oval racing, I believe, in the real world, Brian.
He does micro sprints.
You know,
A little smaller than this.
It translates
but-
a little bit.
Yeah.
Caution is out. What has happened this time? Oh, God.
Tyler
Chandler
Spencer.
Wyatt.
Oh,
No. Tyler Spencer, Sean Wheeler, Brandon Forcade, Ewalt involved.
Look at a few
The
more.
brake is on the left.
Oh. Yeah, that looks like Tyler Spencer just kind of went sideways into an incident.
Not sure if
Oh,
they're giving
ho.
Ewalt's laps back. They will give him his laps back when they go green. Lap number 78 begins. It's been such a fun night.
It's still chaotic in the back here, Josh. There's a car sideways. Not quite sure who it is.
They're back going. Ewalt has to go around the field. Hofer's in the pit lane. I don't suspect we'll see pit stops. We normally don't on a dirt oval race. Shattuck, Burke, Hubbard, Lindy, and McFarland. As our viewer count is increasing up to 32. Welcome in, everybody. ASN TV, Josh Mertz, Bryan Sawyer. You're joining at the best possible time with 20 laps to go.
Josh, it's the drivers that have been eliminated from playoff contention.
Stop it, Brian. Stop it. Stop it. Listen, take what we can get. Welcome in. If you were on track and you got crashed, I'm sorry your race didn't end well. But I'm glad that we could bring you this entertaining bit of television. Chandler Wyatt rounding the circuit. Jared Lathrop rounding the circuit. Lights are out. We're going back green. Shattuck, Burke, Hubbard, top 3. 20 laps to go at the Big E. Green flag. Name of the game is getting a good restart, and that's not what Shattuck did. Burke to the inside, side by side for the lead. Hubbard, McFarland, Lindy, all under a blanket. We could say that to the entire field as McFarland and Lindy. These guys know how they drive. They race each other all the time between them and dirt road and dirt oval. Burke and Hubbard side by side. Shattuck loves this, trying to pull away. To the inside is Ferguson trying to make the slider work. He can't get it done. McFarland has a run on Lindy, one into the wall. Nicholas saves it, battling with Johnson. We stay put together in the field. Lindy tried a slider on Hubbard, nothing doing. Burke now to the inside of the kid from California, tries to make the slider, slide up the hill. Lindy says, see ya. Not being a fan of that, takes the spot. McFarland, did he get crashed? He came
No,
over
he just
the
got
scanner.
shuffled down to the back. He got a little
Shuffled.
bumped. Yeah, he got shuffled back.
So McFarland loses a couple spots. He's side by side with Kinzer Tosh. Sliding again is Lindy on Hubbard. They're door banging, entering turn 3. Lindy's not happy. Cars around on the track, exiting turn 4. Caution is out.
That was Bryce Hoffer, Brandon Forcade. Into the rear, around, and oh.
Oh,
It's not like sports car, Josh. You hold the brakes, your car's still in the middle of the track, and there's still cars actively coming. There's not much you can do.
look at this. Oh, God. And we've documented with having to clear the visors. You got dirt blocking the visor. You can't see. Hubbard and Lindy, if this was the real world, they'd get out of their car and have fisticuffs. They are arguing over the scanner about these slide jobs that are continually happening.
Remember there was a time when I put the radio on the stream?
I miss those days. I miss those days. I watch the old NASA shows and I say, wow, that was a great idea. And it also was a terrible idea. So, I don't know. Lights are on the safety truck still.
I don't like being liable for other people's mouths, so.
That's, yes. We don't want to have to. We could do ASN After Dark or ASN Plus, ASN Gold or whatever. ASN Premium Plus. There we go. Is that what Twitter does?
Premium Plus.
That's the uncensored voice chat. That's just that in the racing. There's no commentating on that.
Oh.
Just that one. Let the radio calls do it. Lights are out. We're crossing 13 laps to go. Let's call it 14 laps to go. Tyler Shattuck still leads. Is everyone joining in? Getting set for the end of this race. Safety truck is off. Shattuck still leads. Hubbard and Lindy are not friends. Second and third. Burke and McFarland. Top 5, green flag. Another bad start. To the inside goes Burke from fourth to first. No! He walls the 37 of Shattuck. Around he goes. In the 21. To the lead goes Kinzer Tosh with Matthew Lindy in second. Caution is out.
That was a little bit of an ambitious move, Josh. I've seen in the chat that Burke's great at making friends, and that was quite the move he tried there. Not sure it was ever going to work, but he sure attempted.
I give him props for trying it, but we talked about, what was that? It was yesterday. It was Tony Flores trying to make moves, I think, going for the lead. And I was not understanding. I understand the logic. You want to try and make your move because you don't know when you can make your move, but it's also, think about it for a second, right?
Trying to find it.
Burke ends spinning like a top. Lights are still on, so you got some time.
There we go. So this is right off the restart. Burke throws it down on the inside.
From fifth, trying to go for the lead. Let's see. Slides up the hill. And the 37 of Shattuck is there. There's nothing doing between those two. They get hooked together. The field is coming, and then the field's not going to hit the brakes. And over he goes.
Whole lot of calamity up front, but
Kinzer Tosh. Matthew
Kinzer
Lindy,
Tosh likes it.
Evan McFarland.
Kinzer Tosh up 12 positions to P1. 10 laps to go. That's a great time to be in P1, Josh.
Jack Klepchik, who was involved, no disrespect to him, involved in 3 cautions at the beginning of this race, is in fourth. Fifth is Riley Johnson. The running order has turned on its head with 10 laps to go in the Batman Benefit 100. Kinzer Tosh will lead us down to the green flag. Lindy, McFarland, Klepchik, and Johnson, the top 5 in Eldora. Green flag. Sleeping on the start was Tosh. Lindy couldn't respond as a result. Here comes McFarland in the 5. The kid from California. But on the outside, the other kid from California, Lindy, rips the top in 1 and 2, and he goes to the lead. McFarland tries the same thing. Tosh tries to defend. Nothing doing as multiple cars utilizing the outside. We take 9 laps to go. McFarland gets blocked by the 11 of Tosh. Clean through the field. McFarland needs to dispatch of Tosh if he wants a chance at Matthew Lindy, who was 20th earlier on. Into the wall goes McFarland. Takes the spot on Tosh. Here comes Shattuck. Shattuck's not done. He's upset with the incident that he had on the last restart. Ferguson, Johnson, Klepchik, Hubbard. Kinzer Tosh sarcastically comes over the scanner, says, I appreciate the park job. 1 car on the inside. Chandler Wyatt in the pit lane. Merriman stays out of the way. Shattuck trying to take the spot on Tosh. Block pass again. Tosh is falling down the order. And now, Brian, is this a NASA Rallycross race? Because the top two of the fastest kids that I've ever seen, it's Matthew Lindy and Evan McFarland at the front of this field. Shattuck third. Tosh in fourth. Fifth is Ferguson. Klepchik into the wall. Johnson, Hubbard. We take 5 laps to go. And Matthew Lindy pulling away, trying to at least, over Evan McFarland. As the rest of the field, Riley Johnson sends Kyle Hubbard, Kinzer Tosh as well, under yellow flag. I don't think so. We're not going to throw a yellow. The field is coming around with Lindy. Lindy nearly gets hit. McFarland, this is messy, guys. 3 laps to go. We've got chicanes in the middle of the racetrack. Somebody wasn't happy. Lindy and Hasey coming together. Lapped car in front of the leader. Lindy trying to get by. 3 laps to go in Eldora. Disqualified is Alex Hasey in the 30. We've lost Riley Johnson. 2 laps to go. A mile left here in Eldora. We've seen Evan McFarland take the fight to Kieran Lifflander over a couple laps from a long distance away. Can he take it to his former teammate, Matthew Lindy in the 3, rounding 1 and 2? The gap hasn't changed. It's about 5 car lengths. Lindy trying to rip the cushion. McFarland getting there sooner. Better run. White flag in Eldora. It's a battle between the 2 Californian kids into 1 and 2. Lindy was down the order in 20th place. Nearly got taken out by a lapped car, and I don't think McFarland has it. Trying to rip the cushion. It is not going to happen. Matthew Lindy wins in Eldora ahead of Evan McFarland. Tyler Shattuck. 4th is Ferguson, and 5th, Kinzer Tosh in the 11 by 3/4 of a second at the checker flag. People are not happy. I think it's normal for dirt oval, though. Take us through the results, Brian.
Matthew Lindy wins the Batman Benefit 100, followed closely by Evan McFarland. Tyler Shattuck rounds out the podium. Ferguson and Tosh make up the top 5. Nicholas, Hubbard, Lathrop, Boyd, and Forcade top 10. Wheeler, Klepchik, Johnson, Hoffer, Burke, Wyatt, Spencer, Pritchard, Schlosser, Lass, Crawwell, Odell, Hasse, and Merriman make up the rest of the field. Oh, nope. Ewald and Fritz, 25th and 26th.
Phenomenal race. I'm taking a further break from speaking. Take us through upcoming programming. We never got to that, obviously.
Trying to see where Lindy's going.
Upcoming. Lindy, McFarland's on the podium. I don't know what Lindy's trying to do. Lindy's
trying to figure out how to get up there.
Pits. Oh, there
I think he's trying to figure out how to get up there.
The fence is solid, Matt. Sorry.
He is.
Oh, don't get disqualified. Well, that wouldn't work. Scoring it,
yeah,
right?
it's already done.
We've got.
Lindy's like, get off my podium, Evan. There he goes. I do like when you can drive onto the podium on the tracks. It's very fun.
And the 2.
There you go.
3 and the 5 on the first 2 steps of the podium. As they rev their engines in celebration.
All right, Josh, we'll take a look at what we have coming up on ASN. Maybe.
Mayhaps.
We're trying. Where's the button? All right. This
is.
Sunday, we have NASA Sunday Night Lights. Free to join if anybody would like to. We're going to be at Brands Hatch for the first race of the August season. That's going to be 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Myself and Josh Darnell on that call. Tuesday night, we have the finale of the NASA Cross Car Masters. We'll be at Atlanta Long. That will be myself and Mr. Mertz here. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time also. SimCar returns for round 2 at Circuit of the Americas next Thursday. And NASA Rallycross as the championship will return at the end of September.
If you're interested in joining any of those series that are listed on our graphic, nasasimracing.com. For any and all information, you plug that into your browser of choice. It'll pop you into Discord, and you'll have a permanent invite to jump in. Just want to remind everyone that the Batman Benefit 100 on ASN TV was brought to you by Outlap. Use code CORE for 10% off. By Dubby Energy. Use code PRO4 for 10% off. By MBJ Race Wraps and Designs. Nicholas-Metalworks, specializing in TIG welding, powder coating, and 3D printing, located in Burnsville, Minnesota. And finally, by Whiplash Sim Cams, bringing you every angle, every lap, no matter the track, car, or series Visit facebook.com/WSimCams for more information, and thank you to Andrew Cardinale IV for camera support all season. If you like what you saw tonight, be sure to subscribe to ASN TV, no matter the platform, at ASN TV USA. And if you'd like your content broadcasted, you can contact us at asnTVUSA.com. One or two final notes. The last one regarding ASN, we will be on location for the second annual Sim Gaming Expo in Schaumburg, Illinois, this September 18th through the 20th. Get your tickets and all other information at simgamingexpo.com. And finally, the big reason why we are here, unfortunately, due to the storms earlier in the week, Adam Mcaffee was affected by that. Him and his family. We've got a GoFundMe link in the description of our broadcast. Any and all proceeds will go to Mr. Mcaffee to try and rebuild everything there in northern Wisconsin. Bryan, give me a final thought. We'll close it up.
Absolutely. Go donate to the cause, guys. They're 91% to the way to the goal, so they're closing in on it. Go help them out. It's been a long time since I've watched a dirt oval race, Josh, so that was chaos. My voice will be fine tomorrow. I don't know about yours, but I'll do some talking for you, I guess. Congratulations to Matthew Lindy. He gets to take home the Batman Benefit 100 trophy, so that's a cool one to stick on the shelf. A little different than a normal trophy. I kind of like the way it looks. And it was a great night. A lot of fun. Bryan got to figure out, just click on the blink cam and sit there, because that was the easiest thing to do.
It was an easy night for you. I want to recap, go donate to the cause. Hopefully Adam and family can get everything. It's going to be a long journey, of course. I want to say privileged and honored, and thank you for the opportunity for the Core Boys for allowing us to broadcast this event and bring more eyes to the cause instead of just having that race with just the guys involved. Everyone joining in, over 30 people watching. So fun to have this event and call this event. But it's been a long time since I've covered a dirt oval race, since 2015, and it didn't disappoint. Slide jobs everywhere, a lot of crashes, a lot of phenomenal passing, and so much amazing racing. As the checkered flag has fallen on the evening here at Eldora Speedway. On behalf of our entire production staff, my name is Josh Mertz. Thank you for joining us for tonight's coverage of the Batman Benefit 100. Congratulations to our winner, Matthew Lindy, and be sure to join us for Sunday Night Lights at Brands Hatch. But until then, so long, everyone.